Good morning. These are your BYU-Idaho Radio morning headlines for Monday, April 11th, 2025. Thanks for listening. I'm Jill Clary. A Madison County man is heading to jail after pleading guilty to a felony DUI. The Rexburg Standard-Journal reports that Skylar Brower will spend the next 43 days in jail after agreeing to plead guilty. As part of the deal, Brower's 4-year prison sentence is suspended, and he will instead serve 3 years of felony probation and outpatient therapy. The state also dropped misdemeanor charges of driving with an open container of alcohol and driving without privileges. Brower has a history of felony DUIs. State prosecutors voiced concerns of what could be a lifelong problem. Brower and his attorney acknowledged that he needs to stop drinking. They said he shouldn't go to prison because he has a full-time job and is helping to raise his girlfriend's children. Along with his jail term and probation, Brower is required to complete 50 hours of community service and pay more than $1,200 in fees and fines. Changes to Social Security rules are raising concerns among Americans across the country, including here in Idaho. According to the Northern Rockies News Service, the Trump administration planned to shift customer service options starting on Monday, including no longer allowing people to apply for Social Security over the phone, but abandoned the change on Wednesday. Restructuring at the Social Security Administration, such as plans to reduce its workforce, is already resulting in longer wait times for beneficiaries. State Director of AARP Idaho, Lupe Whistle, says changes would have especially strained people in rural areas where offices aren't nearby and internet isn't reliable.
For example, someone living in Salmon, Idaho, may have to drive for more than 160 miles to an office in Idaho Falls.
The Trump administration planned to shift many services online, but that is also a barrier for many people. 1 in 5 Idahoans don't have access to high-speed internet. Whistle says about 385,000 Idahoans are Social Security recipients, and more than half rely on benefit to pay their bills.
I've had people ask me if they're going to receive their check, and they say, if I don't get my check, I can't pay my bills. So that's a real fear.
Whistle says 2 million people have called Congress about changes to Social Security, and AARP has created a way for people to contact their representative in Washington, D.C.
We're urging Social Security to take a deliberate approach to any proposed changes to customer service, seek the public input, and follow a clear communication plan allowing for reasonable time frame for compliance.
To learn more about any possible changes coming to Social Security, visit ssa.gov. If you missed Yellowstone during the winter months, you won't have to wait much longer. The park announced Thursday that some roads will be open to the public on April 18th. The west entrance in West Yellowstone and north entrances in Gardiner, Montana, will open, giving visitors access to Mammoth, Hot Springs, Old Faithful, and the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, and more. Additional roads are scheduled to open in May if the weather permits. Parks fees will also be waived on April 19th in celebration of National Park Week. For more and to plan ahead for your visit, go to nps.gov/yell. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio morning headlines for April 9th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. Have a great day. This is BYU-Idaho Radio, and I'm Jill Clary.